as many of you guys will already know, me and Alex are out travelling Europe, riding our bikes and making videos, and it's been pretty awesome. But there's one thing that I really wanted to do when I was out here, and that was kind of show you the van life. And so far, after 4 months, I've done nothing. So today I'm going to change that. I'm going to do an overview of the van, and hopefully this will be a video that we can then build on and show you more detailed videos about what it's like to live out here, where we park, the amenities, the cooking the food in the van and things like that. But for this video I think we'll just show you around the van and a few of the little changes we've made in the year that we've owned it and now that we've been living in it for a long time. So here we go. So the van is a Chausson 610 Flash Special Edition. I think the Special Edition means it comes with aircon and 170 brake horsepower in the Ford Transit van that it's based on. We've stuck some BKXC stickers and some evil stickers and stuff like that on it, and just to make it stand out a wee bit, we're going to sticker bomb it in a few key areas just to make it look less of a motorhome and more of a van. So also the other thing that comes with Special Edition is it's got alloy wheels. Not that I really care, but it's got them. It's 6.7 meters long, which is annoying because it doesn't quite fit in a parking space, although you see that there's quite an overhang at the back. As long as we can get the wheels within a parking space and a pavement or something at the back, it's not too much of a problem. But the main problem with it being this length is parking places and ferries. It costs a bit more on the ferries, costs a little bit more on the toll roads in France and Spain, but we've been avoiding them anyway. So we'll go into the garage after we've looked inside. But there is 3 doors, and it is one of the defining reasons why we bought this van. This one's a full height if you've got surfboards and stuff like that. Anyway, we'll step inside and show you that. Alex is in here, by the way.
Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'll take my sunglasses off.
It's quite bright out there today.
So, right, bear with me guys because it's hard to remember everything. So I'll start at the front and work my way back. So there we go, that's the full living area, obviously with the front seats swiveled round. It's pretty big, it's quite a big area. I usually sit in this seat and Alex usually sits in here. This table can move anywhere you want within reason. This is our current preferred setup, but very quickly you can turn it around that way or slide it over here, whatever you want. But we have settled for now on this position. The table also goes up and down with this key here. Annoyingly it's electronic, although it's been okay. I do feel like that is just going to go wrong at some point. But anyway, that's that. Now it's a low profile van, so we've got no overhead bed at the front. Instead we've just got actually quite a generous amount of storage room. Alex has got our cookbooks up there. That's the motor for the bed, which I'll show you in a minute. That's one thing we've changed, sorry, is I've put some anti-slip matting on here and that just stops things sliding around. So I've got the camera and stuff like that there just now. Just things that I need to get to hand quickly. The sorted stuff in these boxes, and then these are the covers for the windows at the front. That actually leads me on to another thing I've changed. We used to have curtains here that used to go around, but they are of little or no use because they basically, you couldn't really use these front seats with the curtains, and when it's cold or when it's hot these curtains do nothing. So we just took them off and we've done away with them. It's neatened it up quite a bit. Yeah, so then there's a couple of lights. These are kind of nice low energy lights that we do use when we're maybe watching TV on the laptop. Saves using the bigger lights, which obviously drains the battery more. A few ducats up here. I've just got cables, and yeah, Alex has got a diary and stuff like that, so it's, yeah, just stuff that you need to get to hand quite quickly. Sitting in the front, it's actually quite a nice space. It's just all your usual electric windows, electric wing mirrors. You got cruise control, aircon, which is very handy out here. Yeah, it's actually quite a nice place to be. It's quite like a Ford car, you know, a Fiesta or a Focus, except this is a van. It's a wee bit plasticky in the doors, but yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice, and you've got all your controls here. The radio doesn't look like it's much, but it connects to your phone through Bluetooth, and it's got everything you need. It just doesn't look all that flash. So yeah, no, it's quite nice, and it's quite nice to drive as well. We'll go into more details in other videos, but it drives pretty good. And as I said before, it's 170 brake horsepower, so it actually is not too sluggish. So moving back, this entire seat here, in fact I'll show you quickly. I won't show you what's inside, but you can lift up. Right. You can just say, you lift up. That's just all our odds and sods. So we've got the hose for filling it with water, the electric cable, and a miscellaneous box. And then we've got all our kind of road safety stuff, pump, toolkit. You're meant to have a high vis,
Triangle,
and all these things for out on the roads, out in Europe here. So it's quite good. That all swallows up quite a good bit of room. The gas is on the other side of that, accessed from the outside. And I can't be bothered moving all this, but it's the same situation here. You've got a little storage space, but then it's the water heater in the back. And speaking of the water heater, this is the controls. You've either got 50 degrees or 70 degrees on gas, 50 degrees or 70 degrees on electric. Yeah. You can also remove this cushion here and that one there, and then you've got two seat belted seats. So it's a 4 berth, and it can travel with 4 people as well, so that's pretty good. I'm going to take the camera and Alex is going to show us the kitchen.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, just your kind of, it's pretty good actually. We've got all these storage spaces up here. This is the much coveted one. This is full of sweets and
Full of
shit.
chocolate, yeah.
And then just our, you know, cups and blah blah blah. We've got more storage in here.
That's a deep one.
Yeah, that's a deep one. It goes all the way to the back here.
Yeah.
Which is really good. And I just keep all the pots and pans and cooking utensils and stuff down there. I have to pack it with towels so it doesn't rattle all over the shop.
Yep.
Constantly packing things with towels so it doesn't rattle.
Yeah. Oven, Alex, oven.
Yes, I'm getting there. Showing the
Alright,
storage.
well I just thought you'd done that side first.
And I've got storage under here as well, where I keep all my jars of much needed things. Oven. So you've got your 2 hobs, which is on gas, and then you've got a hob for electric as well. So obviously we can't use that unless we go to a campsite. And then just your oven. I keep the chopping boards and all the rubber bowls and stuff in there just to stop them rattling about. But that's brilliant, gas only. But you've got the grill and the oven, so that's good. Cutlery drawer. Nice lighting here. You could hang some utensils up here, but I don't because it will rattle.
Sink as well.
And a sink.
Yeah.
The only thing that bugs me about this kitchen is the lack of workspace. So you can't even fit a chopping board on here without it hitting here. And then you've got nowhere to put the dishes. So Andrew made me this.
This was thrown together, but it's an extra worktop space.
It works.
Which the van should have come with in the first place.
Just something. It's made such a difference because it means I can put stuff up here, put the plates and things up when I'm cooking dinner, and then I can bring them down and serve onto it and stuff.
Yeah.
Got a full fridge freezer. Not much in at the moment because we've only just left my mum's. And fridge is brilliant. It's well stocked because we've only just left, so I stocked up on everything. So I keep everything, fruit and veg and everything in there as well, just because it's warmer in the van.
Yeah.
And we're in Europe.
Also, it's an intelligent fridge, so it's on auto mode at the moment. It knows to use gas, 230 volts or 12 volts, and it just changes between them as it needs to.
When we're driving, it goes to
12 volt,
12
yeah.
volts, so.
Yeah.
And then you've got your bathroom. I'll let you walk in. There's not enough space for two people.
Whilst we're here, this is my kind of cupboard bit. So I don't know if you can see in there. We've got power points up the top, and this is just where I charge my batteries for the GoPro and the Sony, and that's the camera grip there for filming. And then this is the cupboard with more electronics. I've actually got an inverter. I don't know if you can see that in the camera there. So that's, I then just plug in the other end into that cable, to that socket there, and that lets me charge the laptop and various other bits and pieces which actually need a full 230 volts. And you'll see that we've actually now got, this is another change we made, so we've now got a solar panel. Let's unplug this. And right now, we've got 20.7 volts coming in from solar, because Spain is nice and sunny. And then on the back of that, this is the control panel. So this is the heater. It works off diesel. It's a Webasto heater. We haven't needed that for a couple of months now, but in Madrid and Ainsa we did, because it's pretty cold there.
It's very cool.
Main power. Lights on. Funnily enough, the lights need to be on all the time because the fridge runs off that, which is funny.
That out.
Yeah, the hard way. Switched the water pump on and off. This is an outside light, which is just on the back side of this door. That's the leisure battery, which is pretty good. That's the van battery, water level, and then just the actual controls for the brightness of this display. On the side we've got two different lights. We've got the bottom one, which is these blue lights down the bottom, which are actually quite handy when it's dark and you just need to get to the toilet or something. And then this one here is like these lights here and a few various bits. This is more of an ambient light for the evening. Yep. Carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, kind of essential in a van so that you don't die.
Always good.
Pretty handy. Here there is every single window, apart from the front ones of course, you can either pull a fly screen down or you can just close it up, and it's as simple as that, and that's in every single window, so that's really quite handy. These are curtains, but we don't we don't really use them. It certainly makes it look a bit nicer, but we need to kind of see out these windows at junctions and stuff like that to yeah, you know, stay alive and not get T-boned. So we generally just keep these tucked up. Okay, bathroom. We'll get that in a minute. Bathroom, got a light here. So the bathroom's actually pretty damn big. It's just hard to get across in a GoPro. So it's a permanent full-size, well, a permanent sink, not full-size, pardon me. Permanent toilet. Some other designs, these things tuck away, but these ones are permanent and always there. Loads of room for toiletries under there.
Cleaning cupboard.
That's all the cleaning bits and pieces underneath. Room for towels down the bottom. And then a pharmacy up there. Nothing to do with me.
Always be prepared.
And then on the other side we have not quite a full-size shower, but it's perfectly usable. You will see our next change that we've made is a bodge, but it actually works really well. So this is where the bin stays, unless we're obviously going for a shower, and it's just a rope with some hooks on it, and it just sits there, and it just means it doesn't go anywhere. So that's where the bin lives. Yeah, and you just undo these Velcro straps, close these doors over, and the shower is actually really quite good, which is a pleasant surprise for us. And obviously another vent up here to let the steamy air out. You can also, once you're in, bye Alex, you just close the door right over, and it's a magnetic catch here. So another thing we've changed is this massive cupboard here used to have 2 mirror doors on it, but by the time you pulled the door out, it basically you know, just even one side, it basically just ate into the entire area of the bathroom. So we just took them off, and then I just added a little wooden frame round here to hold these IKEA boxes in. So Alex has got the lower shelf because she is short and she can vertically challenged, and she can reach all the lower area. So this is all her clothes and stuff. This is basically an extension to the kitchen. We've got all our diluting juice because we like flavoured water, and the Spanish people don't. So when we can, we get some Robinson's fruit juice, which just sounds ridiculous. That's another thing. This one's our recycling bin. So glass, aluminium and cardboard, just the same as back home, and just keep it in this plastic tub, and it's easy enough to take out. And then up here, this is all my gadgets, you know, all camera gear and bits and pieces, and then just a random shelf up the top. And then these are my clothes. That is all the clothes I own, believe it or not, between these two shelves. And these clothes are biking clothes, so keeping it neat, keeping it neat. But yeah, so I think that is the bathroom and the cupboard.
That is the bathroom and the cupboard.
And the garage is underneath this, which we'll see in a minute. So now you'll be wondering where the bed is.
Are they moving?
Yeah. So the bed is actually up above the living area. So that's why this table drops down, and it can drop right down into that space. You can move these cushions, and you can technically have a bed down the bottom. We don't use that, although it is there if we need it. But then we can lower the bed down from the top. Again, it's electric, which not too happy with, but nothing's perfect. So you can either have it this height, and a ladder, which we haven't taken with us, will get you up on here. That means that people can sleep underneath as well. But we just fold these cushions down and have this all the way down. Oh, I've not moved the bed, so you can't do that. The bed's actually quite comfy. It's however, we have opted to put another duvet over the top of it just to make it even more comfortable. And then we've got a very light duvet, a Tog 3 I think, because of where we are.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah.
4.5.
And then an optional throw to go over if it is cold. So
Hand knitted by my mother.
Hand knitted by Alex's mum. But yeah, this is comfy.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Love it.
And although it is thin, you wouldn't expect it to be comfy, but it is. There's also a light up there, that wee strip light, but that does not work anymore.
It's decided to stop working.
It's decided to stop working. As has the two USB sockets over there, and they're not on fuses, so we'll need to work out what that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then back up she goes.
And even when the bed is lowered, I still need a stool.
Yeah,
Into the
yeah.
Because I'm so short.
Oh yeah, and that brings me on to the lights here. That's the proper lights, if you're actually needing to do anything. So I think that is the inside.
Yeah, I think that's it.
But the garage and this bed were the main reasons why we got this van, because you can hopefully across the camera that will show you just how much room there is. That's actually a comfortable area, you know, to be in for long periods of time, and that's because the bed doesn't take up any more space, so it makes the proportions much better. Cool. I will get the key.
Got windy.
Did get windy.
Really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fly screen on the door as well. So that's for the cassette for the toilet. I'll show you that another time.
Andrew's favourite job.
Yeah. So I'll just open them all.
There's our bikes. Oh, that one doesn't want to open. Hang on. Yeah.
So come around this side first then.
Okie dokie.
So it's full height of the van. helmets and the pads and the kind of minging biking gear. However, if you took those out, you can fold these shelves up and you can put surfboards in or skis or whatever you want. Yeah, I've got a hook here just for hanging stuff. I don't know if you want to see a bit. So I've built in loads of kind of hanging rails. And this is all to hold this shelving bracket I've made at the far end. I'll take that out because I want to show it off.
Show off the new toys.
Yeah. So it's got a bucket for cleaning the bikes, shoes, and one ramp for chopping up the wheels because somebody stole one of our ramps. One. So we need to get that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see you've got the bike wheel mounted on a threaded rod as well, so it's secure, isn't going anywhere. And then this door offers even more access to be able to get to all these shelves that I built. And then round this side, see I've got the wheels, sorry, the forks mounted onto these brackets, and that holds everything solid. A couple of wooden chocks at the back to stop the wheels, the back wheels stepping out, and then just some screws just to hold these pedals in place when they sit, and that's pretty much it. Kind of most of the spares that we need for any kind of biking situation in here. Got my bum bag, my backpack,
fanny pack
sitting there, fanny pack, and I've got the charger for Alex's bike, sits here, velcroed in.
That can only work when we're at a...
Yeah, it can only work when we're plugged into a campsite basically. Yeah. A wee light there for... Yeah, I mean it's obviously it's daylight now. And then my favourite wee thing, this is another thing that we got added, and it's basically... shower.
For so cleaning the bikes
good for cleaning your legs, your shoes and the bikes before they go in the van, so it's I think it's brilliant.
It's great. The only thing is that like it made sense when we were back in the UK because obviously lots of mud and you need to clean yourself down, but here we just have sand.
Yeah, as nice as it is, it's good not to have to use it.
Yes, exactly, but it's nice to know that it's there as an option.
Yeah.
So that's the setup. It's pretty sweet.
Right this side, Alex. And then this side is where we fill it with water. And this is where all the fuses are, and it's just everything's accessed from this side, so it's really quite handy. So that's it.
That's it.
That's our van. That's an overview of the van. Expect some videos in the future of life in the van, how to cook, where to park, where to replenish your water, get rid of your old water, and various bits and pieces like that. But I think we've covered everything.
I think so.
I think we've covered everything. If we haven't covered something as a basic overview, get us in the comments and we'll be happy to answer them for you. But we will be making another video in the future of we will be making a video in the future of different things to do with living in the van rather than just an overview. So thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.